like this video, click like. If you want to continue to follow our adventure, hit subscribe. Your support would be greatly appreciated. Hello, Miles on the Road subscribers and followers. Well, today's Friday, and you know what that means. Easy 5 Friday. So today's 5 is 5 lessons learned. I get this question every now and then, what lessons have we learned? So just go ahead and put it in a list. You know, I don't want karma to come back on me, but really, you know, we haven't ran into a lot of things where we just made mistakes yet. And I'm sure it's coming. But, you know, we've had a few things that, you know, okay, well, you know, we won't do that one again. So we're going to put it in the top 5, or not top 5, but the 5s. So number 1, backup plan for campsites. When we went to Florida for our test run, see if we wanted to do this, the second campsite we went to, and I don't remember the name of it, it just wasn't there. We used one of the free campsite web pages, freecampsites.net or Campadium or whatever, and it just wasn't there. I don't know if they closed it down for hunting season or if the web page was just wrong. I have no idea. And it's getting late, and we're looking and looking and looking. You know, it's getting down to the point, well, we better make a decision. Are we going to just, you know, stay in the Walmart parking lot, or are we going to try to figure out what to do here? Fortunately, there was another campsite maybe 20 miles away, and it was pretty nice. We stayed there a couple nights. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but it got us through. Actually, the picture at the beginning and the end of my videos came from that place. It was Sheffield. It was in Georgia. So, you know, it worked out, but I tell you, from now on, we will always have a backup plan on campsites, just in case it's full, or it's not there, or there's something wrong with it. So, anyway, that was number 1. Number 2, internet. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, I don't need internet. Please remember, when you comment, that we live in this thing. You know, you have internet in your home, you have telephone. I mean, if you're watching this video, it shows that you have internet. Well, the same applies to us. We got to have internet, especially since we're digital nomads. You know, we're on YouTube. We got to upload videos. I want to stay connected with you guys in case you have questions or comments. So I got to have internet. We spent about a month in 2 different campsites without internet. So that meant we had to go find internet. Well, the first campsite was miles away from an internet site. 7 miles, gravel, bumpy road, 25 miles an hour, maybe at most. And the second campsite, it wasn't so bad, it wasn't so far away, but still, we had to go travel to get it. And our gas prices for that month went way up. And if you'll go back, I mean, every month I put a cost analysis of what we spend each month. If you go back a couple months on our videos, you'll see, well, I'll put it right here. You'll see in that video there that, you know, our cost, I think, was $150 over budget, just on gas, which means that more wear and tear on the truck, more oil changes. So it just wasn't a pleasant experience. So the lesson learned is we are never going to stay at a place that doesn't have internet. You know, if we have to stay at a place that it's only going to be for a day or two until we can get moved and get someplace else. Number 3, if a campground looks shady, it is. We stopped at this place at Ray Springs, Tennessee. And man, it was a beautiful campsite. It was absolutely gorgeous. We, you know, it was on the river. Every campsite was right on the bank of the river. Nice swimming area. Had a shower. Had toilets. Had a water faucet. They said it wasn't potable water, but it was still a water faucet. just very nice. Oh, it was gorgeous. But as soon as we got there, we realized that there was a problem. We just didn't trust ourselves to believe it. The toilets were filthy, absolutely filthy. We got there late, I don't know, 7 o'clock or so, and we took a walk around after we got set up. There was a few travel trailers there that had flat tires. I'll put a link to the video about the review of that campsite. But you know, the travel trailers had flat tires. There was cars sitting there with hoods up, flat tires. One of the campers had a stove outside of their camper. Well, we just assumed these folks were homeless. After we made that video and we posted it, a lot of people from the area said, no, it wasn't homeless, it was meth makers. Now, I don't know that, and I'm not making any claims that's what it was. Here's the thing. The next day after we got there, the Parks and Services folks come around and said, hey, we're going to close it down. And they did. So the next day at 4 o'clock, it was closed down. What we're trying to say there is if it looks shady, you know, you need to make plans to get out of there. Number 4. Water is easier to find than originally thought. And this is kind of a positive one. So far everything has been negative. This one's a positive one. When we started out, I refused to go to a campsite that didn't have some sort of drinking water, whether it was a hand pump station or it didn't matter. I really wanted it to have water. But it really isn't that difficult to find. I mean, you can go all kinds of places. We just found a website yesterday, findaspring.com. So all these fresh springs around the country, they're everywhere. Who knew? And here's some, you know, I got some footage playing now that shows us getting water from a fresh spring. It's clear, clean water. Of course, boil it. You want to make sure that it's safe. So boil it or filter it. Put your tablets in it, whatever you're going to do. But man, that is just some gorgeous water. But there are other options too. You can go to a gas station and ask the attendant if you can have some water from their spigot outside. You can go to a car wash. So, you know, for 50 cents to $1, you can fill up all your buckets. Make sure you spray it long enough the soap comes out of the dang hose. But that works too. So there are a lot of options for water that I felt like we just weren't going to be able to find. So it really has been a nice lesson, actually, a very nice lesson. Number 5, get to a campsite early. It is very difficult to get to a campsite, have to set it up, immediately start into dinner, do whatever it is you got to do. You got to get the campfire started. You got to, or put it on the stove or whatever you're going to do. It gets kind of stressful. And the thing is while you're in the car and you see the time ticking by and ticking by and ticking by, your stress level is already going up. So by the time you get there, you're just through the roof on stress. It's getting dark. Other campers are staring at you. You know someone's going to complain. Oh, there they are, setting up after dark. That's really rude. You're going to get it. You're just going to get it. So make sure you plan for traffic. When we were heading to Florida, who knew that there was like a theme park in between Georgia and Florida? The traffic was crazy. Everybody trying to get to Florida, it was incredible. You could see everybody just wanted to get to Florida. It was reminded me, I don't know, I went to Adventure Park when I was a kid, Six Flags, and the line outside the parking lot entrance where you buy your ticket is just backed all the way up to the highway, and you're all anticipating that you're going to get to go to Six Flags and everything's exciting. You look out the window and everybody else is excited. Well, the same thing going to Florida. But I digress. Make sure you give yourself plenty of time to get to a campsite. I always say try to get there by 3 o'clock, be set up by 4:30, gives you time to get the fire started, and by 6:30 you're eating. It's just nice and relaxed environment. You're not rushing around. Oh, and sure enough, when you're late, that's when it's going to rain on you. So get there early. Anyway, I hope that helps. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Click like if you like the video, and happy travels.